Hey guys, and welcome to another adventure. Today we have travelled down to one of our favourite places, the New Forest, which is a 2-hour drive from London. Good morning! It is a lovely day in October. The sun is shining and it's glorious. We thought we'd go down to Hampshire to the New Forest because it's been a long time since we've been here, so we thought we'd check it out. There's something really magical about the New Forest in autumn, and it was so nice to be this close to this little horse as it enjoyed eating the grass. After saying hello to the ponies, Tig and me set off on a nice walk in the sunshine. So I don't think I've ever told you guys this, but one time when I was in the New Forest, it was during COVID, and I went here just to get away from London for a little bit. And on a random walk, I went through this kind of clay part of the track, and I started to sink. And I went actually up to my waist, and I got stuck. And I managed to get free, but I lost a shoe, and it's still buried here in the New Forest somewhere. It was so ridiculous. I had to drive back half naked because everything was so caked in clay. My underwear, my trousers, the lot. So that was a ridiculous story. We literally arrived here, spent half an hour here, had to go home. Chick, how are we going to get across here?
I don't know. The thing with this area is when you walk across it, sometimes your foot goes so let's hope we don't.
So that bit turned out to be absolutely fine. Completely over-exaggerated that. But here is the area where I lost my shoe. They've actually now put a bridge there, so no other misfortunate people will sink in the clay. Apparently, Tiggs, it was actually just here I lost my shoe. So if anyone sees a Nike trainer when they're digging, that's mine. Thankfully, the clay was avoided and we headed deeper into the countryside. The New Forest is 140,000 acres and spans between Hampshire and Wiltshire. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you guys how nice it is here in the New Forest. I think I've probably gone on about this place for about 1,000 years if you've been following me for a while. But I really love it. It's so peaceful and tranquil. The air is so fresh and it's just so nice. Like, you're the only person here, even though there's lots of people around, you don't bump into them much. So a lot of the New Forest is quite flat and open, but there are areas like this that suddenly you're crammed in with lots of thorns and bushes. So we're a little bit crammed. We're going to have to just try and squidge through. They're quite sharp along here. That is a path, believe it or not.
This is ridiculous.
This is our pathway. Now, these are fine, they're not sharp, but these, they hurt. Tell you.
And look at those dry thistly ones there.
Aye. We're through this section, but there are still more lovely spiky bits. Seriously, these are like super sharp. It's surprisingly easy to get disorientated here. It's like, which way do we go? We go this way? Or do we go this way? Now bear in mind down there is away from where we want to be, so we need to go that way somehow, but just that looks a bit too overgrown. We eventually made our way out of those thorns and into the open countryside. Our next destination was the town of Burley for a nice Sunday roast. it. It's a little bit like a construction site, but it is a nice pub. Despite the scaffolding, we had high hopes as we made our way inside the pub, only to find disappointment. That was a bit of a flop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The roasting is really, really good. However, they've basically put a pause on any additional kind of customers coming in for food until 5 o'clock. So we're going to have to just skip that and go straight to the farm and maybe eat a little bit later on. So sadly no food for us, so we headed off on the road again towards Sopley Farm in Christchurch to pick some pumpkins from a pumpkin patch.
Hi, we're at Sopley Farm and we're going to a pumpkin patch.
You're a pumpkin patch. As Tig said, we're on the hunt for pumpkins at Sopley Farm. So far, I've seen lots of flowers but no pumpkins, but we will find some. After wandering around the farm and Tig living his best life on the tractor, we finally stumbled across what we had been looking for.
And we've found the pumpkins.
So we finally found the pumpkins and it's amazing to see so many of them. I know a lot of them have been picked already because we are 2 weeks into October now, but there's still plenty for everyone to grab a nice pumpkin. So Tig, you picked this one?
This one, they're very heavy here as well. I'm used to the ones you get in supermarkets, which are quite lightweight, and these ones are really, really sturdy.
There we go. I think that is the one I'd like. Oh my god, I can see what you mean, it's really hefty. It's much heavier than it looks, considering it's so small. It's probably packed full of delicious pumpkin juice and pulp. He's got his 2 pumpkins.
I do.
We've got a lovely pair of melons there. It's amazing. You know, they've just so many of them in this field. And it's such a cool idea. People have worked so hard to grow these, and it's so cool that we can come in and pick them. It can take anywhere between 90 and 120 days for a pumpkin to grow from seed to the big pumpkins that we know and love. It's amazing to see some of the stages of development, starting off green in colour, and as they get bigger and ripen, getting a nice orange colour. Still attached, look, there we go, you can see. It's amazing, nature is amazing, how versatile it is and how it starts off as a small seed and becomes this lusciously juicy big pumpkin. It's so much better getting these this way than in a supermarket. So I've always wanted to do this, to go to a farm or a field where there's pumpkins and pick one for myself for Halloween. And this year I've finally done it. So we made our way back to the farm to weigh and pay for our pumpkins. See, I think we should make pumpkin pie with some of these. What do you reckon?
That would be an awesome idea.
But of course, carving first. So we just left the farm shop and the pumpkins only came to £3 each. How cool is that? That's pretty good for, you know, natural organic pumpkins that are grown out here in nature. While we're also, we thought we'd get some food because we're so hungry at this point. What did we get?
Okay, we got ourselves a sweet treat. A rather delicious looking sticky toffee cake.
So you're looking forward to eating that?
Oh yeah, but I saw some delicious olivey bread avocado, and I didn't appreciate that it was so big. So,
oh my god. We thought there was going to be like a serving of that or a slice up, but it's the whole thing, so it is mammoth. The only thing that would take it up a notch is if it was hot from the oven. That's it.
That is literally one of the tastiest focaccias I've ever eaten. The whole bread is just so olive oily and it just tastes really moist and tasty and fresh. I really like this.
I can't wait to dig into this. Sugar, I'm going to get this all in my mouth. That's what she said. Okay, here we go. That is moist, soft and gooey with a kind of cool elasticity almost in it, which sounds strange but tastes really good. Lovely toffee flavour. I think there must be dates or something. It's a bit, you know, the sort of texture of sticky toffee pudding. It's kind of like that, a little bit inside, that kind of gooey texture. It's really good.
Oh my gosh, how dense is this? It's as dense as sticky toffee pudding is.
Okay.
Can I? We'll see.
Hey, all in one.
So moist, and it does keep that sticky toffee pudding flavour running through it. But the difference is the icing almost adds a cream effect to it. So you're almost eating sticky toffee pudding with cream, and it's just really light and at the same time. It makes no sense. It's really good.
I've never had a toffee slice before, so it's a really good experience and I like it a lot. And the buttercream they use is just really good. With Tig and me truly pigging out on farm shop treats, we decided to head over to the beach, which was only a 15-minute drive from where we were, to watch the sun go down. You can definitely tell winter is coming. There's a chill in the air, even though the sun is shining. It's now nearly 5 o'clock, so the sun should set in about an hour's time. It's only about 15 minutes drive from that farm, so let's check it out. We walked out onto the sandy beach and relaxed, taking in the gorgeous scenery along the coastline. Look, you can even see the needles in the Isle of Wight from here. It's so cold, but it's lovely being here with the fresh sea air.
It's magical out here.
It was way too cold to stay out for long, so we left the beach and the town of Christchurch and decided to pay the ponies one last visit before we headed back to London. So we couldn't leave the New Forest without having one quick pony pit stop before we left as the sun goes down. It's so beautiful and peaceful here, and I hope you've enjoyed spending the day with us. Next time, we travel even closer to home, to Virginia Water, exploring the Roman ruins, turning our pumpkins into something absolutely delicious, and finally getting our hands on that Sunday roast. So until next time guys, take care and we'll see you soon.